Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, can we call the same method multiple times in Java? The answer is yes. In Java, we can call the same method multiple times. Let me practically demonstrate and prove you how we can call the same method multiple times in Java. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a normal class with some random name. I'll just name this class with some random name, say class 4 with the main method, let's say. And here the class 4 has been created with some main method. Now I'll create one more method, guys, that is public void, that is public static void sample, I'll say sample one method or sample method, whatever you want to create. Now here I'll write down system.out.println inside sample one method. Okay. Now, so when I run the code, this method will not be executed until I call this particular method from the main method. So I'll call this method here. I'll just paste it here, put a semicolon. So now this particular sample one method is called from the main method. How many times? Only one time. So what will happen? The sample one method will be called only one time, and inside sample one method will be printed. Okay, inside sample one method will be printed as like this. Now, the question here is, can we call the same method multiple times in Java? I'm saying the answer is yes. Here, how many times I call this sample one method? Only one time. So if I copy paste this one multiple times, let's say 5 times, this same method will be called 5 times. This is a method calling statement which will call this method for the first time. This is a method calling statement which will call this method for second time. This is a method calling statement which will call this same method for third time. The method calling statement which will call the same method for the fourth time. This is a method calling statement which will call the same method for the fifth time. If I run this code, right click run as Java application, observe that the same method will be called multiple times, and hence to prove that in the output inside sample one method, print statement has been run 5 times because the same method has been called multiple times. This program proves that the same method can be called multiple times. Okay, it's not compulsory that you have to call a method only one time. You can call the same method multiple times from the same method. Okay, so the answer is yes. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.